Sebastian was wholly dependent upon you both for his well-being. The extent of the abuse, involving injuries to the torso, ribs, heart, lungs, to serious muscle injuries to the thigh and to the buttocks.
The video you all are watching right now is a video of a 15-year-old boy who can't walk properly because he's in severe pain. This pain and hurt was inflicted on him by his mother and his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend. Hello guys, this is a crime story of a 15-year-old boy who left Poland for Huddersfield, England to live with his mother, with the hopes of him finally experiencing motherly love, motherly care, motherly affection and motherly protection, which he has never experienced of 10 years of being apart from his mother. Instead, he was met with brutal physical abuse, hate, rejection, and threats from his mother and his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend, which eventually led to his death in Huddersfield, England. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. I would like for you guys to help grow my channel. Please subscribe, like, and share as many times as possible to all social media platforms. Please guys, help me get to 1,000 subscriptions. Sebastian Kalinowski was born on the 16th of July 2006 in Kwidzyn, south of Gdansk, Poland, to his mother Agnieszka Kalinowska, who is 36 years of age, and to his father Jacek Kalinowski, whose age is unknown. The marriage between his father and his mother was a happy one. It was filled with so much happiness in its early years. As Sebastian Kalinowski turned 5 years old, the marriage was a horrible one. It was no longer a safe place for both of his parents. It was filled with so much verbal abuse, violence, hatred, and total disgust for each other. So they both decided to go their separate ways and carry on with co-parenting. But at the age of 6, Sebastian's mom left Sebastian with his father and decided to move to Huddersfield, England to be with her new boyfriend. It wasn't easy for Sebastian's dad to raise Sebastian alone at age 6. It was a struggle on a daily basis to go to work and work so hard to provide for your son, and also to come back home so tired and to be with your son, to raise him to be the man you want him to be. It was so much of a struggle. It was so tough for Sebastian's dad to raise Sebastian alone. After 8 years of trying to raise Sebastian alone, immediately Sebastian turned 14, he decided that Sebastian should go to Huddersfield, England to go live with his mother and his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend. And Sebastian was so happy to go to Huddersfield, England to go live with his mother. According to him, finally, he will be able to experience motherly love, motherly care, motherly protection, motherly affection, and every good thing that comes with a mother being around. But instead, that will not be the case. It will be the opposite of what he will expect from his mother as motherly affection. Instead, he will get threats, beatings, brutalization from his mother and his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend. On the 10th of October 2020, he arrived in Huddersfield, England. While in Huddersfield, he attended North Huddersfield Trust School. While in school, he exhibited a positive attitude towards school, treated others with respect, and demonstrated a commitment to making the most of his education. And according to one of his teachers, it was always a daily routine for Sebastian to always greet his teachers in Polish, and he will respond with a courteous grin and a nod before pronouncing the greetings correctly. He enjoyed arithmetic, where he distinguished himself from his colleagues. While he had lots of fun in school, at home, it was a total nightmare. His mother would always beat him. He was physically abused by his mother and his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend, up to the extent he threatened to report them to the police about the physical abuse he's been going through, to cause them to stop hurting him. But that didn't stop them. That didn't scare them either. They carried on inflicting pain on him with several objects, like an electric cord, a wood, and a bedside stool. They also pierced his body on a daily basis with a needle that let blood to come out of his body frequently, up to the extent they had to put CCTV footage all around the house to keep watch of him, to prevent him not to report them to the police. This video footage is gotten from one of the CCTV cameras in his room. And his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend, whose name is Luduszewski, who is a professional kickboxer, always used him as his punching bag. This caused him to have 23 rib fractures, and 86 wounds all over his body. He couldn't take it anymore. It was too much for him to bear. He was in a country where he had no one to turn to except his mother, and the mother whom he had turned to for love and affection, for care, for protection, instead ganged up with her boyfriend to beat the hell out of him for no good reason. Up to today, Sebastian's mother and her bodybuilder boyfriend could not give a proper excuse on the reason why they treated him that way. What did he do wrong? How did he hurt them? Up to the extent that caused them to hurt him so bad. It was on the 13th of August 2022 when Sebastian had another confrontation with her mother's bodybuilder boyfriend, where her mother's bodybuilder boyfriend punched him in the face and hit him by the side of his chest, then told him to go inside his room and lock the door and keep quiet. While he was in his room, he began getting unconscious. He came back an hour later and saw the little boy struggling to go unconscious, that is, struggling to die. He didn't say anything. The little boy's mother kept quiet. They waited after 2 hours when he had already died, and they called an ambulance. An ambulance came immediately and tried to resuscitate the little boy, but the 15-year-old boy, Sebastian Kalinowski, had already died. The ambulance emergency workers took his dead body to the hospital to carry out an autopsy, to really figure out what had caused this little boy, who is 15 years of age, to die so miserably. The autopsy carried out revealed that he had 23 rib fractures and 86 wounds all over his body. The further revealed that sepsis was the cause of his death. Immediately, the police later on arrested Sebastian Kalinowski's mother and her bodybuilder boyfriend and took them to the police station for further interrogation. His mother lied that Sebastian fell off the steps of the house. That is why he had 23 rib fractures and 86 wounds all over his body. But the West Yorkshire police wasn't convinced. They later on confiscated both of their phones and looked into the messages which were sent between both of them in the hopes of finding an evidence to the cause of Sebastian Kalinowski's death. This message, where Sebastian's mother was telling her bodybuilder boyfriend to come and knock the shit off of Sebastian. And another message from her mother telling her bodybuilder boyfriend to buy cameras and put all over the house so that they can keep watch of Sebastian Kalinowski to prevent him not to report them to the police. Then the police went back to the house which Sebastian was living with his mother and her bodybuilder boyfriend, and they discovered the CCTV footage cameras all over the place. In the parlor, in Sebastian's room, at the diner of the house, at the kitchen of the house, right up to the toilet of the house. And they started looking into the video footages, and they saw how Sebastian was being brutalized physically by her mother's bodybuilder boyfriend. He frequently punched Sebastian on his rib, punched him in his face, pierced his body with a needle to keep him humble, to threaten him so that he cannot report his mother and his mother's bodybuilder boyfriend to the police. Footage of Sebastian's mother's bodybuilder boyfriend injecting himself with steroids, looking at himself in the mirror, praising how big he is, telling Sebastian with his strength he's going to punch him very hard. With all the evidence, they were being charged in court, and on the 2nd of November 2022, the final verdict was given from the judge. The judge gave Sebastian's mother 39 years imprisonment and also gave her mother's bodybuilder boyfriend 39 years imprisonment also. Sebastian's teacher paid tribute to him, saying he will be remembered for his endearing smile and sharp sense of humor and friendliness. He was kind, intelligent, and fun-loving. While Sebastian's biological father, Jacek Kalinowski, said his whole world came to an end when he heard that his son is dead, and went furthermore to call Sebastian's mother's bodybuilder boyfriend a tyrant, and also asked his mother, Agnieszka Kalinowska, how can you do this to your own son? So guys, that is how we saw it on this crime case. This is sickening. I don't know what to say, but I think they deserve 39 years imprisonment. Wasn't enough. They deserve life imprisonment. In fact, they both deserve the death penalty. Because why would you treat an innocent 15-year-old boy? This boy left Poland to England to come be with his mother, with the hopes of experiencing a motherly love of care, affection, protection, but instead it was the opposite he got from his mother. So it is sickening to get that a mother, a biological mother of her own child, would treat her child like this, will let her bodybuilder boyfriend treat her own child like this, a 15-year-old. It is crazy. And will let her bodybuilder boyfriend who practice kickboxing to keep punching this 15-year-old boy up to the extent he had 23 rib fractures and had 86 wounds all over his body. It is sickening. I believe they both should have had a death penalty. What do you guys think? Do you think the verdict passed by the judge, giving them 39 years of imprisonment to each of them, is the right verdict? Or should they be given life imprisonment or the death penalty? I'd like to get your thoughts down at the comment section. Thank you for watching. I love you all, but Jesus Christ loves you more. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.